So, Scovillian and Capsakid, they certainly exist. I mean, in concept, they're fine, but I think their execution is questionable at best. I mean, Capsakid is okay, but Scovillian is disappointing, and that's saying a lot. But I think Capsakid specifically has a lot of potential, in specific becoming more types of pepper, because there are a lot of types of pepper, and a bunch of them look super unique. So let's do that. But before we design more pepper guys, let's quickly go over the lore and origins of the two already existing mon. Of course, Capsakid is a baby pepper, perhaps a seed with some bird motifs and a little petal bonnet like a baby bonnet. On the other hand, Scovillian is a full-on pepper, specifically the habanero. It's also a classical trope of a cowboy with the hand position and the literal jeans on the shiny form. It's also a comedy and drama mask, more with the film and theater themes seen with the cowboy imagery. So if we take Capsakid as the pepper seed and we make all the evolutions different types of pepper and TV tropes, I think we'll end up with some worthy evolutions. So let's start off with the complete opposite of Scovillian, with a bell pepper. Bell peppers are obviously not spicy at all, literally at 0 Scovilles, the unit to measure spice. So how about a fairy grass type, as being a bell pepper would obviously lose the fire type, being sweet and all. And let's add in the classic TV trope of the southern belle, southern hospitality and all. Their sweet personality mixes perfectly with the taste of bell peppers. So here's Dolalum. Name comes from doll, an endearing name used to call people, specifically popular in the past. And Anum, the scientific name for bell peppers. Also alum, a type of medicine, because it's also a nurse, because it's kind and just wants to help people out. Isn't that just the best? Evolves from Capsakid with high friendship on level up. It of course learns plenty of grass and fairy type moves, perfect for taking down our next Evo, Cruturm. Cruturm is a dragon grass type and is a classical European dragon usually seen in TV on piles of gold. It's a dragon horde and all, but this dragon sits on top of a tower of spices. Expensive spices, be it. If you didn't know, historically spices were really expensive and mostly only for the rich, with some exceptions for common spices such as garlic and onion. There are even myths of Spartans being paid in salt, which is a spice, sort of. Maybe in the ancient Poke past, it stole spice from traveling caravans to bring to its lair, some alternate Silk Road. And of course, being all the way from in the Americas, peppers were usually one of the most expensive types of spices available. Its name comes from the old Germanic word for spice, krut, and worm, a type of dragon. It evolves from Capsakid with the use of a dragon scale. Oh, and it's also banana pepper. And hey, if you're enjoying the video, give it a like, and if you're feeling generous, you can subscribe. Thanks. Of course, if we have a dragon, we need a valiant knight to slay it. Here's Coplina, grass steel type. It's based on the armored, bumpy Rezha Macedonian pepper, originally bred in Macedonia after the Spanish brought peppers to Europe from the Americas. And it's also based on members of the great and powerful Macedonian army led by Alexander the Great. Body has the shape of shoulder pads and the skirts of the Macedonian army, and its crest resembles that of both the Macedonians and the Spartans, along with patterns on its heads resembling the helms of those two armies. Two arms are also tipped with more rigid peppers, which are used as spears or lances, common weapons in the medieval era. Its name comes from cooperation, which we would do in an army, and toplina, the Macedonian word for heat. Developed from Capsakid, if its defense is its highest stat in level 50, because it's steel type and defensive, scaly skin just like the real pepper. And finally, what happens if your Capsakid goes bad? If you level up your Capsakid to level 60 with net 0 friendship, it evolves into Disason. Ghost grass type, based on a ghost pepper, of course. Yes, it's a literal ghost pepper, as well as the TV trope of the old hag or witch deep in the woods doing dark magic and luring poor souls in before eating them, perhaps. It's also based on the Philippine myth of the dolly, which leaves a trail of sticky mucus from its long tail along the ground, just like how Dicasan lives its insides along the ground. It's the old remains of a rotten pepper decaying from the inside before breaking open. Name comes from dolly, dye, and capsaicin, the chemical that makes peppers spicy. So, here are my 4 new Capsakid evolutions. Which one is your favorite? Are there any other peppers you'd like to see as evolutions? Do you think Scovillian is still better? Tell me in the comments. I've been Klevie, and see you later.